Happy New Year, all my Libra people out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your 2026 major astrology highlights. Part 1. This is a Part 1 video because, well, I had a lot to talk about, and I don't want spillover when it comes to all kinds of random stuff. And so I figure what we're going to do is in this video, we're going to talk about January up until June, quarters 1 and quarter 2 of 2026. And we'll come back in Part 2 for quarter 3 and quarter 4. So like and subscribe so you know when that comes, as well as all the other videos on my channel. And if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website, integrativemysticism.com. So what is going on when it comes to your 2026, quarters 1 and 2? Well, we start off with a continuation of Jupiter being retrograde in Cancer in your 10th house of career, upward mobility, status, promotions, and raises. And with Jupiter retrograde here up until the 10th of March, there is a focus on you getting a chance to do some serious recovery and retrieval work, especially when it comes to things that maybe we did not know were as valuable as they were in all things career and financial. See, Jupiter retrograde likes to call us out and help us out at the same time. And you might be noticing that a lot of things that are coming back on the table for you in terms of job opportunities, work opportunities, money opportunities, that maybe you slept on, maybe you weren't paying as much attention to as you could, or didn't see the golden ticket where it was, are coming back for a reintroduction into your story. And you want to pay close attention to that and get over yourself so that you can make some gold. Because after the 10th, these things are going through a powerful boost. We also have some more callback energy going on, with Neptune re-entering Aries on January 26th and Saturn re-entering Aries on February 13th. And they're here to stay. And with Saturn and Neptune in your 7th house of partnerships, closest one-on-one connections, this is the area that rules the boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, business partner, husband, wife, roommate, all the people you have your most involved one-on-one connections with, there is a focus on elevation and maturation that is very, very strong here. Now, for a lot of you this year, Saturn in the 7th house is going to be a very powerful boon because what he is going to be doing is bringing in the partnerships and the alliances, platonic, romantic, and professional, that are going to actually help you soar, where you are going to be joining forces and raising up the quality of life for all peoples involved. However, Saturn is also going to ask you to be ready to make some serious decisions about what needs to be matured and what needs to be altered about the way we maybe have been carrying on in order to see some very important relationship goals, alliance goals, or business goals to fruition. Luckily, Neptune is also going to be in there and going through a powerful transformative period as well, as Neptune likes to erode and dissolve and wash away things that have become stagnant blocks, whether we knew they were stagnant blocks or not. This is a great aspect for anybody looking to maybe shift the trajectory of a partnership, alliance, or relationship in their life, or possibly even bring in some kind of new spiritual and artistic element to something that you are loving with or working with. This is also going to be a time where some major callbacks to stories and situations in quarter 2 of 2025 are going to be most clear to you, because a lot of people, depending on what's going on in their life, a lot of people were actually experiencing some very cool and very promising breakthroughs April, May, and June of 2025, only to have them kind of stop up in July and in August. Now, July and August in 2025 did have a great deal of like possessive, holdout, heel dragging kind of energies to it. And so a lot of things that looked like they were going places did not. Well, this re-entry of Saturn and Neptune has another thing to say about that. We also have eclipse season number 1 here in quarter 1 of 2026, a solar eclipse, new moon in Aquarius on February 17th. This is in your 5th house of love and romance, but also personal business enterprises and creative and artistic pursuits. And this new beginning could be quite sweet, because for a lot of you, a solar eclipse new moon could indicate a new relationship chapter getting underway. Now, this could be something going on with you and a partner, where we are deciding to advance the relationship in a big way between February and mid-May. This could be also a time where a lot of you are getting ready to up the stakes a little bit in a good way. Some of you might actually be coming into a space where cohabitation, expanding on your family, having kids is going to be a big one. But also new relationship opportunities for the single and available Libra people are likely going to be going on some kind of very important bonding adventure. This is also a great time for anybody looking to get involved in a personal business enterprise or maybe take a profitable hobby to a more professional place. On the 3rd of March, we also have part 2 of our eclipse season with a lunar eclipse in Virgo, your 12th house of the past, private matters, secrets, hidden opportunities, and the inner world. Now, what happens with a lunar eclipse is more about endings, not so much beginnings. And it's likely between March and June, something that has been a part of your life or extending an influence from the past over your life is going to be getting cleared away. This lunar eclipse might be tough for a lot of Libra people because this is forcing something to disappear from our lives that's no good before we recognize or feel ready for it to disappear. Again, this could even be something very old or something that is maybe keeping us stuck in a bad past or a bad loop. Anything that might be clinging to us, stuck to us, or we might be clinging to or stuck to could be going away with this kind of moon because it is a clearing moon. When we say a clearing moon, we mean breakdowns, but also breakthroughs. Quarter 2 kicks off with a really cool transition of Uranus moving into Gemini once again to stay on April 26th. This is your 9th house of expansion, growth, big moves, big travel opportunities, long-distance connections, official dealings, and spirituality. And with Uranus going into your 9th house, this is a time where a lot of you Libra people are getting ready to get on the road. This is a time where a lot of you are going to be noticing that travel, jet setting across wherever you want to jet set, it's not only going to be likely, but maybe even required of you following April of 2026. One of the things about Uranus in the 9th house that can also be golden is that it also brings to us people and resources that actually help evolve, advance, and even level up what we have that's fallen behind itself. These could be projects, these could be jobs, these could be household matters, it does not matter. But with Uranus, be prepared. Pleasant disruptions, pleasant though they are still disruptions. This is also ending a period of Uranus being in your 8th house of shared resources, debts, intimacy, and bonus capital. And for a lot of Libra people, Uranus in the 8th house has been hell because it has created a lot of financial instability. But after the 26th of April, no more. And finally, as we wrap up quarter 2, we've got Jupiter entering Leo on June 30th. This is your 11th house of friendships, support system, and community. And as we wrap up quarter 2 and get ready for quarters 3 and 4, a lot of you are stepping into a new era when it comes to your friendships, your support system, and community, but also getting a lot of opportunities to receive enormous benefits through the people that show up in your life. A lot of the times with Jupiter in the 11th house, important friendships, important social connections, and important network expansions start taking us out of our backyard. And it's very likely with Jupiter here, this is not only going to be raising up the quality of life in your social life, but maybe also another enhancement to your financial life. So that's what we've got for your 2026 part 1. Stay tuned for part 2, like and subscribe, and if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.